All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can scrape thousands of leads from Google Maps, as well as how you can create a qualification table on Clay so you can filter and select only those most qualified prospects that fit your ideal customer profile that you want to work with and therefore reach out to, right? So let's start from localbusinessleadlist.com. To get a list from Google Maps and scrape Google Maps, you need to go to localbusinessleadlist.com, get an account there, click on get a list, sign up for the platform, and then go to Google Maps right here, right? The main page. Now here you have two options. You can either scrape by nearby areas or you can scrape by selected states. For the sake of this example in this video, I'm going to do a scrape by selected states. I'm going to show you as well as, what this does and how it works, right? So for example, I can do search location New York, and I want to filter for, I want to select 50 miles, right? And then just click and enter right here to basically see what the map looks like and what part of the area, what part of the map this software is going to scrape for you. Now, of course, you need to put a search query as well and task name. Let's go to selected states. I'm going to scrape med spas in New York. And so I'm going to search for medical spa right here, and then select New York as the state, right? I'm going to scrape 1,000 results. Actually, I've already done the search, so this is just to show you how it works and what the platform looks like. So 1,000 results for $5, it's pretty affordable. So what you need to do is you click on submit and put a coupon code here. If you don't have any, just text me on LinkedIn, and I'm going to try to be able to give you one. And then you can click on submit right here, right? Now, I've already done this search, and so just wait for a few minutes after you've submitted the search, and then you just go to results right here, and you're going to be able to see the actual lead list that the software scraped for you, right? Now, I'm going to show you what the qualification table on Clay looks like right now, as well as all the type of columns, all the data, all the information, details that you get for these businesses that you scrape from Google Maps, right? So let's go to Clay. This is the qualification table. I already renamed some of the columns. For example, practice name is going to be the company name. Website is going to be the website of the company, of course, as well as, these are all custom columns that I create. I'm going to show you in just a second. I just want to show you what columns local business lead lists give you. So phone number right here, if you want to do some cold calls, there you have the phone number for the company. Now, this is a bit of a weird format. So what you need to do here is just select the format text, so convert into a string, and then use a formula to remove the first one, which is a +1 for the US, right? Now, Google reviews as well, Google rating, which is really interesting if you want to do some sort of personalization around, for example, hey, notice you have 5-star reviews on Google Maps. Congrats on making that happen. Very simple personalization that sometimes can increase your reply rates and positive reply rates on Google Email, and therefore give you better results and more leads, right? Practice type, we've got some other custom columns right here, as well as, of course, we've got the address, right? And then zip code, latitude, state as well. And then that's pretty much it, right? So let's walk through what a qualification table looks like, what I did here. This is a list that I got for a client, and therefore some of these columns are, based on what they want as far as qualified leads and how they want to pre-qualify those leads, right? So first thing first, I want to make sure that all of these leads I scraped from a local business lead list are actually med spas and are the type of med spas that I want. Nothing else, right? So I want to pre-qualify very strictly. So what I did here is I created a custom column. This is an AI agent that's called Clayagent. This is basically Clay's AI agent that can browse the internet, can visit websites, and gather specific information, specific details that you ask it to. And then we've got a prompt in here, which is basically a qualification prompt. I just want to visit the company's website, analyze all the possible pages of the company, and then determine whether the business is a med spa. Now, specifically, I want an independent med spa run by a non-surgeon owner, such as a nurse injector, esthetician, or a business entrepreneur, right? Now, this could have been simpler, but the reason why it is more detailed than you would expect it to be is because this is all iterations, right? So when it comes to AI prompting, one thing that I found, is very useful. You don't just create the AI prompt and then run it for all the rows and then, not even check the output. What I do is, of course, I check the output I typically run it for the first 10 rows. As you can see here, I check the output manually for each of these 10 rows that it ran. and then I verify whether the output is accurate or not, or how accurate the output is, right? And now based on that, I also, I improve therefore the prompt accordingly, right? So these are all details that I added after seeing that the output of my first prompt, which was basically just visit the company's website and determine whether this is a med spa or not. After seeing that output was not 100% accurate or as accurate as I would like it to be, right? So these are all details that I added. For example, I just want like independent med spas, and so the med spa, for example, indicator of a plastic surgery linked med spa right here. In that case, if it's that type of med spa, I want false as the output, and so on and so forth, right? This is other details about the prompt. Anyway, I want either true or false as the output, and then I'm going to run another prompt right here. This is another column that is only going to run if the med spa output right here is true, because if it's false, that means that this is an unqualified lead I don't want to reach out to, and therefore I also don't want to enrich for further information and details, right? So this is something you do with the conditional formulas, which you can see at the end of the column right here that pops up when you click on when you create a new AI agent within Clay. You can select conditional formulas right here, only run if, and this is basically tells the AI prompt to run only if med spa right here, this column is true, the output is true, right? As you can see here. That being said, this is the prompt, and so what we're doing here is because our client wanted to reach out to only med spas that have less than 3 locations. This is the prompt that I use, right? So when I visit the provided med spa website right here, analyze all the possible pages of the med spa, about page, on page, locations page, and determine how many locations the med spa has, right? And specifically here, I don't want the number as the output, I want true or false, right? So I want true only if the website states that the med spa has less than 3 locations, or false, in the other case, right? If it has more than 3 locations. So again here, the next column that I ran for qualifying these med spas is to find the number of employees that the med spa has. Now this reminds me to bring up a very important concept of AI prompting, which is basically when you create an AI prompt and you see the output is not really that accurate, or maybe it's not accurate at all, or maybe it's not as accurate as you would like it to be. What you can do, a very simple tip that I can give you, is separate the main task into 2 or 3 different tasks, and then create different AI agents or different AI prompts to do one task at a time, right? So for example, here, what I wanted to do is basically go to the company's website and determine the employee headcount. Now, what I found is that the output was pretty inaccurate, right? Because in some of these cases, the AI prompt was not able to find the staff page where, for example, the med spa shows and displays how many employees they have on staff. In some other cases, it would just give a random number that was not accurate at all. And so what I did is I split up the main task into 2 different tasks. First of all, finding the staff page on the med spa's website right here. And then second thing is visit the specific page on the med spa's website and determine how many employees the company has, right? So I'm going to show you all of these 2 prompts. It's very simple. The first one, basically what we're doing is we're giving the website input, and we are saying visit the MedSpa's website and search for a page with information about the company's staff, right? Search on every page of the website, output the page URL and nothing else. If no page is found, output not found. Because in some of these cases, for some of these med spas, of course, not all companies show how many employees or have a dedicated page for their staff on their website. And so in some of these cases, the AI prompt would try to force the output. And so that's something I don't want to happen. It would give me a random page if there was no staff page. And so that's something I don't want. And so what I said is, if no page is found, just output not found, right? Very simple. Now, that being said, we have our output in here. And then we have, which is a staff page URL. And then we have another column, which is, as I said here, I split up the task into 2 different tasks or AI prompts. And there we go here. We've got the other column, we've got the other AI prompt, which is basically going to visit the staff page. Or as you can see here, if the staff page is not found, we're just going to visit the website and look for that information anyway, right? The page typically contains an About Us or our team section or a similar section, which is something you could even delete from this prompt because it's not necessary. But basically, these are the instructions that I gave to the AI prompt. I just want to determine the employee head count. how many employees work at a company, very simple stuff. And so the response is going to be the number of employees. In some of these cases, it would give me not found, which is fine. Not all the MedSpas show how many employees they have on staff. This is a very simple formula. This is just, in accordance to our client. And the MedSpa owner. And this is interesting because with this AI prompt, what we're doing is we're visiting the company's website. Because the Google Maps scraper doesn't give you the owner information, doesn't give you the full name of the owner in the output list, it's very hard to get that data. We are using an AI prompt to visit that company's website and determine the most likely owner of the company, right? So we're giving a bunch of information to the AI prompt, for example, the practice name, the website, the address as well. And then we are telling the AI prompt to visit and just browse the internet and then find the owner, the most likely owner of the MedSpa. Now, very interesting here. If you are telling the AI prompt to only give the output if it is 90%, 95%, 99% sure of the accuracy of the output, it is going to give a higher quality, more accurate output. Right? Very interesting. It's very simple, but it just gives you a better output. So. That's what I said here. Now, if you're not sure or you couldn't find the owner, name of the owner, just output not found. Again, I don't want wrong owner names that I'm going to mention in the email and therefore get wrong. I don't want that to happen. So I'd rather just output not found. Output the owner name and nothing else. If there are multiple owners, output just only one. Again, these are all sentences that I put after reviewing the output of the prompt several times manually, checking whether that's accurate or not, and then improving and then iterating the prompt based on the outputs they gave me, right? As well as here, the output shouldn't be longer than 2 words, first name and last name. Very simple. That being said, let's walk through the rest of the table. This is pretty much it for the qualification part of the table. Everything else, I think, is just about finding the emails. So this is the email column that I had in input. And here we're doing a very simple waterfall enrichment. That's not Clay's waterfall enrichment that they give you by going here and checking and looking for work email. This is the waterfall enrichment that they give you. I do not use that because I don't have basically any information about the owner except for the most likely owner name in not all of the cases anyway. And so what I did is I did a custom waterfall to find and verify emails of local businesses, right? Because most of these local businesses are not on LinkedIn. So any tool that you're using in the waterfall enrichment is probably going to use LinkedIn or a database based on LinkedIn to find emails. And therefore, it's typically, the enrichment rate that you get, so how many valid emails you get by using those tools is very low, right? So what we're doing here is we are first verifying the first email that we have in input. And then this is a casual verification through HTTP API. And then this is an AI prompt, right? In this AI prompt, basically what we're doing is finding the email of the owner, possibly, or if there's no email of the owner, we're just finding a generic email that's related to, that's associated with the company that we are reaching out to, that we have here in our lead list, right? Verification of the email that we have here through Lead Magic, one of the best tools that you can use for both finding work emails and also verifying them. Cultural verification as well, again here. And then another AI prompt, which is, this is a different prompt that I used. This is, I believe, just for generic emails and not work emails specifically for the owner. And again, verification with Lead Magic and Control. And then here, this is interesting because what we're doing here is if we didn't find any, at this point, if we didn't find any email, any valid email address for the company or for the owner of the company, what we're doing is we're finding their Facebook page, right? Because if you go to Facebook in the About section, it's going to show the email associated with the account. In some, most of the business pages actually show their email to maybe reach out to, or if you're a prospect, you want to reach out to them via email, they're going to provide you with their email address. And so in most of the Facebook pages of businesses, you're going to find an email address, right? So what we're doing here is we're first finding the Facebook page of the company in the first place because that's not data that was given in input, right? So we're using an AI prompt in here to visit and browse the web and find the most likely Facebook page URL for this company, given the practice name, the company name and input, website and address as well. And here we have the Facebook page URL, which is now what I want to scrape is I don't want the Facebook page URL, I want the Facebook about page, right? The about URL, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm using a very simple formula to just add, /about at the end of the Facebook page URL. So that being said, what we're doing here is we're scraping with Zenrose, we're scraping the about URL. And we're basically with a formula gathering the email address that's basically on the Facebook page of the business, right? That being said, what we're doing here again is verification of the email that we found on Facebook, casual verification again, and this is the master email column with all of the emails that we were able to find for the business, right? Everything else is pretty standard, and this is just company name normalization. Some of these it would show like, Encore Med Spa, for example, LLC or Limited or, LTD. And so we want to clean that out and we want to have the normalized company name so that we can mention that in an email. All right, that was how to scrape leads from Google Maps using local business lead list. If you're looking to scrape some leads from Google Maps as well using the software, just reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm going to be able to give you a discount code for the platform. If you're looking to create a qualification table or any click workflow like this, like what I just showed you, for yourself, and you want us to help you with that, feel free to book a call with the first link in the description below. That being said, I hope this video was useful to you. If that was the case, feel free to like and subscribe to be notified for more content like this, which is absolutely free. That being said, I hope to see you on the call. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.